Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, August 11. Residents of Flower Hill in St. James are finally getting potable water after 30 years without access to the commodity. The Rural Water Supply Limited has established a $110 million water supply system to serve the area with funding support from government's CAP-A program. Prime Minister Andrew Holness commissioned the Flower Hill water supply system into service on Friday.
For you every day, you have to contemplate how you're going to live your life without water. And for many of you, it would have been a struggle. In modern Jamaica, we should reach the point where everybody has potable water, meaning water that you can drink, water that you can use to do your domestic chores with, in your home. And that is our goal.
The new system consists of 2 relifting stations, storage tanks, and gravity lines, which will be fed with water from the Greater Montego Bay water system. The Morant Bay Urban Center development is at an advanced stage for construction to begin within the next 3 months, notwithstanding the challenges faced by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Factories Corporation of Jamaica Limited, FCJ, released a statement on Monday giving that assurance. FCJ Chairman Littleton Tanny Shirley says the initial June timeline to begin construction was delayed as the pandemic impacted the corporation's development of specific clients' requirements, the progress of the detailed engineering designs, and finalizing the financing arrangement. But as of today, he says the company has completed certain key measures to move the project forward. These include establishing Morant Bay Urban Center Limited as the project company, securing a construction loan arrangement from a reputable financial institution, and preparing the draft construction agreement, which is now awaiting a detailed bill of quantities. The FCJ says it has also addressed the relevant environmental issues and concluded the detailed master planning and designs. FCJ's chairman says the construction will begin as soon as final approval is given from the various government agencies. He adds that the corporation will be meeting with all the relevant stakeholders over the next 3 weeks to formally update them on the commencement of construction. The $6 billion project is expected to be a game changer for how urban developments are structured and a blueprint for economic growth and development in parishes such as St. Thomas. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett is adamant that government will not relent on its stance for some visitors to provide a COVID-19 test result for approval to vacation on the island. The Jamaican government established pre-testing requirements for the novel coronavirus for persons traveling to the island from Florida, New York, Texas, and Arizona in the United States. In addition, all persons arriving under the controlled entry program will still be subjected to testing, risk assessment, and screening at the airports. Minister Bartlett says these measures have negatively impacted bookings as the country gets over 60% of its visitors from the United States. But he insists that it is a necessary policy which may be expanded or at the very least enforced for a while.
Some people like to go elsewhere that they have less restraints, but we don't mind because we want to start safely, start properly, and to start in a way that minimizes the risk on our own people here.
Mr. Bartlett made the statements during a recent interview with JIS TV. Jamaica opened its borders to international visitors on June 15. Up to July 31, about 65,000 persons had vacationed on the island, raking in over $80 million in tourism earnings during the approximately 6-week period. Technology Minister Favour Williams says 19,000 more tablets will be distributed to educators across the island by September under the Tablets for Teachers program. An additional 40,000 tablets will also be given to students in infant and primary schools this academic year.
The ministry has an integral role to play in redesigning the architecture in terms of ICT resources available to educational institutions as well as our students.
Minister Williams was speaking recently at the commissioning of 2 community access points in St. Mary. She highlighted that since the start of the fiscal year, 6,000 tablets have been distributed to teachers in approximately 270 schools. The Women's Center of Jamaica Foundation has received a donation of just over $1 million to support and offset back-to-school expenses for adolescent parents. The AIDS Healthcare Foundation presented the check on Monday to support the Women's Center's Advancing Secondary, Tertiary Remedial Education for Adolescent Mothers, or A-Stream program. A-Stream gives adolescent parents the tools to take care of their children and further their education through three main components: mentorship, sponsorship, and scholarship. This is the third year of partnership between the two foundations.
We're very pleased that the program has continued, and we're very happy this morning to hand over our tranche of funding in the amount of $1,088,000 to support those who are going back to school this year.
And finally, the Jamaica Information Service JIS 2020 Heritage Competition is now open. The annual event targets students attending primary, secondary, and tertiary learning institutions, challenging them to closely examine our heritage while making the connections with where we are now as a nation. Primary students can enter the essay competition, writing under the theme, "Identify a Jamaican from our past or an institution that exemplifies the statement from our national pledge, I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, and say why." The poster competition is open to secondary students who will this year submit either a graphic design or illustration based on the theme, I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace. Tertiary students will use the same theme to submit their entries for the photography competition. Prizes will be awarded to the top participants of the three components of the competition, courtesy of sponsorship from Corporate Jamaica. The deadline for the submission of entries to all three categories of the competition is Saturday, October 24, 2020. For further details, persons are being asked to contact Christine Adigold at the JIS by calling 876-926-35904, extension 2137 or 2132. Interested individuals can also email heritagephoto@jis.gov.jm, heritageposter@jis.gov.jm, or heritageessay@jis.gov.jm, or visit the JIS website. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.